Hi, I'm Damian Kerr. Here's a quick video on Battered Fish. It's a big painting. It's 1.7 metres by 1.2 that I've just completed and did for an exhibition for the lovely Black Door Gallery here in Parnell, Auckland, New Zealand. And I painted it quite quickly because it was kind of a last minute decision. So it's a 50-hour work to painting that size, but we painted it in 6 days. So 12-hour stretches at the canvas, and it's about the same size as the one I'm working on behind me here. So here's those 50 hours put into 3 minutes for you. Hope you enjoy it. The first thing I do is sketch directly onto the canvas in diluted oil paint. It's just turpentine with a bit of paint to colour it, and I've started using a few colours doing this because it's kind of easy to follow later on. And you can see from this that it's a quick sketch. There's no need to be too precise. Then I block in the deep tones. Here are the dark shadows by the pair, which aren't black but a deep green, and the water tones. The dark tones on the left are added next, and that's the cobalt blue between the waves. The top left is completed with cerulean blue. Then I kind of just go postal, lifting the tones on the rest of the water. I'm always telling myself here just to be brave, because when you're banging in the bright yellows and the purples, you're stretching nature from what you'd see, but it works on a canvas and it kind of makes it more dynamic. So here's the base watercolour again, and then I paint the lighter highlights on top. The rest is painted very quickly with a big brush. I always think my job as an artist is just to suggest something and let your eye fill in the gaps. So let me take you in a bit closer on these things so I can show you what I mean. The edge of the pear is just 3 colours. It's green dabbed in first, then grey and a light grey on top. And the most important thing here on the main pear is to get the angle of the brush strokes correct. Then your eye will see them as sunlight hitting the tread. The old wood is bleached from the sun, and again I don't use black, so I've mixed Payne's grey and a deep umber to make a really deep brown. I lay that down, the shadows of the wood, dab straight over a lighter grey, and then white on top. And your eye makes it 3D. The concrete is just a warm umbery grey that I've overlaid roughly with a more traditional grey and lighter on top. It's the patterns that your eye's seeing and reading it as concrete. And a final bit of detail here is the water, and the thing to avoid is stark white. So the highlights on the right are yellow, and on the left it's light blue. When I finished the painting, the first thing I noticed was how the water surface kind of looked like battered metal, and at the same time the name Battered Fish popped into my mind. I like the play on words. It's not fish covered in batter that I'm suggesting, but more the offensive battery, which is a willful act causing harm on someone else. And if marine life had the same rights as us, then the chemicals we're dumping into their environment, causing them harm, would constitute a battery. And the site that I painted here is close to commercial fishing trawlers, so it all seemed to fit. And I also like that there's no fish in the picture. It's kind of unsatisfying. And that kind of discordance is what my work is all about. There's something missing here. It's polluted waters looking pretty.